All right. It's a noise! It's a noise! Oh, for the love of all that's holy, it's a... Oh, hi. All right, everybody. Good evening. I hope you've been enjoying RetroThon so far. RetroThon has been an amazing time. I really hope you're enjoying yourselves. I've been enjoying myself. So many good runs. So many great runners. Thank you again, Apollo, for your runs. But guess what? We about to get there to the next game. Y'all know puzzle games. Y'all love your puzzle games. I'm going to bring you a puzzle game. Some of you have seen this before. Some of you haven't. Some of you remember IREM. I remember IREM. IREM made a bunch of interesting games that we've actually featured in this marathon. But guess what? We're going to feature another one. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So this is Kickle Cubicle. We kick it off in the Garden Land. And in Garden Land, we got to take care of this giant frozen turnip of an island with our friend Kickle. Kickle is a snow boy. I'm going to call him that because it makes sense, because he spits snow. Some ice-cold lyrics. And basically the story of the game is the entire kingdom has been frozen by the evil wizard. And Kickle has been tasked with saving the world from the evil frozen spell. And he does that by spitting more ice. Yeah. But yeah, don't worry about that. That's fine. So, the mechanic of the game that starts with freezing these little blue guys and as ice blocks and then shoving them around a little bit. And using them to make bridges to collect the magic bags, which unlock that area. Oh, by the way, all these things floating around us, they're people. These are the corn people. Say hi to the corn people. We're going to just speed through his thing. He's like basically repeating exactly what I'm repeating. The entire place is frozen. Go fix it. It's like, yeah, we're doing it. So the main game features 4 lands. First world is the Garden Land. And after that, we'll visit other worlds. Unfortunately, much of the same content as it turns out. So we're going to use our ice power to, first off, freeze, but we also have the ability to make these little walls here. Oh, we're done with that level. Pet wall. But these are the pepper people. Say hi to the pepper people. Spinning pepper people. Meanwhile, the dog's like, yeah, I want you to pet me. Don't play the game. Pet me. Thank you, dog. Good boy. So we're gonna finish this. Try to finish this in under an hour, as quickly as best as we can. Pop the P block. That's a little thing they let you have early on to kind of like, hey, new mechanic. The P block freezes everything that's on the screen that can be frozen. And we're just gonna show that off here now. The main point of the game, again, is unlocking all these areas. You do have the ability to collect points, and if you play well enough, you can get a lot of points and impress your neighbors that you got a really stupid high score. Not beat the game, get the high score. Eggplants, or aubergine. Some of you don't call them eggplants, it's fine. Save the eggplant, people. But as you go along, new mechanics are introduced. The P blocks were the previous ones. Here we're introduced to the springs and, of course, a 1-up block. We will not be collecting those 1-up blocks. So the springs do exactly what they think they do. Okay, we're done. Pumpkin people. Say hi to pumpkin people. And yes, this is one of only 2 or 3 songs that this game has to offer. So I apologize, but, hope you enjoy the one song. So here we're introduced to a new enemy. We're introduced to Alfred Chicken with some nice shades. Alfred Chicken has a very peculiar... he's frozen now. But what Alfred Chicken likes to do is he likes to try to come after you. And if he happens to see a frozen block, he'll kick it. So that's what he does. But he's easy to take out. You just freeze him, and then you can punch him, and he shatters. And I am not taking calls right now, so thank you. I'm going to try not to take any calls right now, but thank you. Good timing. So introduced to yet another character here. I used to call those guys owls, but somebody corrected me the other day. Those are, in fact, tanuki. That is, in fact, a tanuki they decided to put in this game. You see, he has the ability to be frozen as well, except if we kick him, he unfreezes. So he can be a pain, because you can't just kick him out of the way. So say hi to the onions, or cabbages, I can't quite tell. Alright, we're halfway done with the Garden Land. So we got Crab Island here. We are going to wait down here for this guy, because if we don't, it's kind of a pain to have to get him later. That's not quite where we wanted that, so we'll just go ahead and correct that. Oop, there we go. Oop. So one of the things this game also features, interestingly enough, is a mechanic with the movement, which can help you out a lot, or it could actually hurt you a lot, depending on the situation. Hello, snap peas, or zucchini or cucumber. Again, can't quite tell. So when you try to move into a direction, if you just tap the key, Kickle will start to move into the next tile, but he won't actually move all the way if you let go quickly enough. So he'll actually just kind of hesitate. And if he does that, you can actually keep yourself from getting hit. Or you can try to get yourself lined up for a shot, which is really nice. But the biggest problem with that is if you try to move and you don't move quickly enough, that same mechanic can get you killed more times than not. So, pros and cons to it, but it's the biggest tool and biggest hurdle of this game is just the movement control. Say hi to the Spikies. They're our new friends. You don't want to touch Spikies. They kill you and all the other creatures on the screen. Don't worry about it. Okay. So again, the goal is to keep collecting these magic bags to free up the area, and we're going to do that as best we can, as quickly as we can, and we want to freeze them in as optimal a way as possible. Sometimes we can do that, sometimes they work in our favor, sometimes they don't. We're just going to work with these two guys here, thank you. And there you go. If you collect enough points, or the game's feeling spicy enough, there's also one more item that the game can drop for you. It is a magic ring that will fill up every single tile on the screen with something you can pick up for points. In some cases, it's much faster to do that than it is to actually finish the level normally. In other cases, it's just a complete, total, utter waste of time. That's fine. Again, dealing with the Spinies as best we know how. But yeah, this is a fantastic little game. It's pretty super easy. It's a little puzzle work, so you might have to get some of these might be a little more complicated than others. That's fine. It does feature 4 main worlds, which that's what our any percent's going to be. It does also feature a super special land of a bunch of extra puzzles, which are just stupid ridiculous. We will not be featuring those for 2 reasons. 1, it would take well more than the time limit. And 2, I haven't really worked through them anytime recently. So, we're not going to do those. Sweet potatoes. Hi, you. My puppy's here to join me, trying to distract me while I play this game. He's adorable. You can't see him, but I'll put my dog in emote chat in the chat here shortly. Alright, so, another enemy, we have the Bomb. And he is, in fact, the Bomb. And I screwed that up for speed purposes, but that's okay. We're going to put one of those right there and not die. He will blow up your blocks, he will blow up the enemies, and he will blow up the tiles around him. If you're standing on any of those tiles or next to when he explodes, you die. Also, you haven't seen it yet, knock on wood you don't. If you touch an enemy or get hit by an enemy projectile with the exception of one, you will pretty much die. You do get limited lives, but you do get unlimited continues, so... Aha! Hey now! Hey now! No, none of that. Trying to mess me up now. There you go, I need another one of y'all. Come on. Come on around. There you go. So the puzzles do get a little more challenging as you go along. There's also that guy. He's just as easy as the other characters. You can just freeze him and he dies, and kick him and he dies. He doesn't do anything special. He's just a Pengu walking around, dealing with the ice. Honestly, I feel kind of guilty for knocking him out. But, you know. Kickle's got to do what a Kickle's got to do. So we got another Spiny. We're introduced to more new blocks. We're introduced to these holes, which you can slide the ice blocks over, but you can't actually walk on. So there's that. And we do need to use that for this particular puzzle by sliding these over and building a bridge. And eventually getting over it. So 2 more, we'll be able to free the Spiny. And by the way, those P blocks work on everything but Spiny, so I'm going to let him go around, grab the free points, and grab the magic bag. So at the end of all 4 of these worlds, we also have an awesome boss, which you will see after this. But let you take a guess what the bosses are. Put your guesses in chat if you think you already know what the bosses are going to be. If you've played it before, then you already know. Whoop, whoop. So again, another 1-up. We're not going to collect it. There is only 1-up in the game that I might collect, but again, it is absolutely not necessary, so we don't really have a reason to. Tomatoes! And when we do collect that, it's only because it's like a second to take it, so not really. So we're going to have another vegetable talk to us here right now, or fruit for some of you. Hurry up, Kickle, climb the vine, which is going to sprout here, and you can reach the palace. A monster is in the palace, scaring the princess. Please destroy him. Such vindictive vegetables, I tell you. I will warn you that the entrance to all of the palaces, all 4 of the boss palaces, are going to be issues for people with photosensitivity. So I will warn you now. Anytime we go to a boss area, I will warn you again. There is some nasty flashing, especially behind the 3rd boss, because it is by far the worst flashing I have ever seen in a video game. You're going to get to witness that. So I'm going to warn you now before we get there. And this is the Garden Palace. Not Halloween Land, as you might have guessed. This is the Garden Palace. Oh, are you... Honey, he's staring at me. I'm sorry. Oh, by the way, it's a bird. His name is Coke. Welcome, Kickle. I've been waiting for you. All of the bosses play fairly similarly. Their projectiles are a little bit different. Each of the projectiles are a wee bit different. But they go down pretty easy. So it's much, 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 much different than the levels up to this point. But first boss was Coke, the chicken. And this is Princess Pumpa, the first of 4 princesses. 5 technically, I think. But there are 4 more palaces, Kickle. Go save them all. From the Wizard King. Go kick his butt. On our way. So now we're on to Fruitland. World number 2 of 4, again. Most of these worlds are food themed, except for the 4th land. Who knows? This is Irem. This was made by Irem. We've actually had a few Irem games tonight. So I'm going to freeze you, pop these real quick. Pop these, get rid of you, because I don't need you. Sorry. Boop. Grab these, thank you. I'm going to dodge the Spinies. I really don't know what their actual names are, but Spiny makes sense. Yay! We have saved the Peaches. I suppose it was supposed to be Princess Pumpkin, but they shortened it to Pumpa. Probably not the best shortening, but again, this was the 90s, so whatever. 80s, 90s. 80s. Alright, so we get to fight the bombs, or run from the bombs. I'm going to put that right there, because I don't want to have to deal with you. Woo. Run from the bombs. So most of the levels are just basically avoid the enemies, fill in a pathway to the bags, save the day. Some of the areas do deal more heavily on timing and dodging. There is one level in this game, as far as the first 4 worlds, or the 4 worlds, that I just call utter bullcrap. You'll see that at the beginning of World 4. But it's just utter bullcrap. It should not have been a thing. I'm just going to wait for the clown. So here's another enemy. We've got the clowns. Bring in the clowns. I'm taking this really carefully because I've had no deaths so far. I'm taking this way more carefully than I normally would. Alright, more clowns. More. And you can't freeze these guys over the water. Pop. There you go. Save to the cherries! Send in the clowns! Clowns, same thing. They do the same. They serve the same purpose. I have been sitting here all day. My puppy has been sleeping most of the day. I start playing on stream for everybody. He's decided now is exactly when he needs to be on my feet, under where my controller is lying. And he knows I'm talking about him because he just looked away. You can't see him, but he's definitely trying to be the star of the show right now. You can't see him, but there you go. All right, more Fruit Land. We are fixing the grenade. It is a grenade. It's not a pumpkin. It is a grenade or a pineapple. It's not a pumpkin either. It's a grenade. All right, 1, 2, 3, and we didn't need to do that, but we need you right about here, please. Thank you. And we did kill the Tanuki, but oh no, we missed one. Right there, please. Thank you. Woo! Got it. Puppy is being supportive and trying to not be destructive, but he's getting very close. Here. Why don't you lay down here then? Come on. He's like, I don't want to lay down. I want to sit here and be right where it can be just possibly. Alright, so at this stage we're introduced to one of the more difficult mechanics of this particular game. And it makes an appearance in many of the levels. So get used to them. We have the hammers. Now, for those who have played this before and are like, man, those hammers are hard. Yes, they are. However, the easiest way to figure out how to work through using those hammers is to keep in mind that whatever direction the hammers are pointing is the direction that they'll actually throw whatever block that hits it. So if it's pointing to the right and the block hits it, it will spin and hit that block to the right, as long as it hits it from one of the sides of the hammer. And you'll see more of the hammer hitting here soon. But there's another one. We got the oranges! Yay! Shout out in chat if you like oranges. Our palace was sunken into the ocean together with our princess. Oh, bad for her. Oh, poor princess. Kickle, please help her out. Yeah, that's what I've been doing for the past 17 minutes. Trying. Well, all of them. Technically, not just this one, but whatever. Alright, and yet another mechanic. Cannons. The cannons shoot bombs. Whoops, and I totally messed that up. Very much messed that up. That's fine. We'll get this. That's fine. You know what? Oh! Woo! Kickle nearly bit it. Here, I'm gonna just stop. Alright, so these blocks can melt after a while. You can unmelt them by just throwing another free shot at them. Kickle nearly got a bomb to the face. Woo! That was kind of a clutch move. Alright, more peaches, I think. Sweet, onward. Alright, more springs, and there is a one up there. So here we're introduced to another fun mechanic for the springs. Obviously, they're springs, they bounce. They keep going, and they keep going, and they keep going forever. But if you hit it, right when it gets to the end of... You know what, I don't trust you. Right when it gets to a spring, you can actually push it. So this is where you learn how to do that particular mechanic. Melons! Some watermelons, they're delicious. But yeah, this is where you learn that you can push those blocks right at the end by the spring. And again, here's the hammer. You're going to get to figure out the mechanics of the hammer very well here. We're going to freeze you there, we're going to freeze you there. So, because I want to deal with you last, I'm going to put a block here, pop this, and the hammer's pointing left, so it's going to hit it left. We're going to use that to grab that. We're going to put a block here, shoot you, and it's going to hit it to the right. Perfect. And that's how you use the hammers. And we saved more cherries! Onwards to finishing off the grenade. I have evidence of why I think that's a grenade. It has to do with the shape of the fourth world. You'll see it. Alright, so here's where you learn how to do slider puzzles. Yeah. That is the slider puzzle. I made that look a lot easier than it actually is, at least initially. Because that looks like a mess when you first get into it. But thankfully, it is not as hard as it looks. You just push blocks. These are puzzles. Some of these do take a few hot minutes to get figured out. But like I said, I am making this look a little easier than it's supposed to. By the way, you can change the direction of hammers by getting to either side of it and pushing it like you would an ice block. And that's that level. Let's not touch the bomb. Alright, 5 more levels and we get to this boss. Anybody want to take a guess what this boss is? We've seen Coke the chicken. And we have at least 3 more bosses in this game, possibly 4. Actually, I did that very wrong. That's fine. I'm not paying attention. Don't kill my icy guy. Oh, hi guys. Mistakes may have been made here. So I'm going to make some more room. There we go. Yeah, Lolo is also a great series. I really did enjoy the Lolo games. I've just never taken the time to learn the speedrun for Lolo. There are 3 of them. I'm more familiar with, I believe, the second one than I am the other 2. But all 3 great games. Check them out. Well worth the time. Alright, so we have more springs, more bombs, more cannon. We're going to freeze the cannon there so we don't die. And onward. But yeah, all 3 of the games are pretty good. I'm being kind of loud. I apologize. That's probably causing the microphone to peak a little bit, and in fact is. I will tweak that down a smidgen on my side. All right, so more hammers, more springs. And guess what? This isn't just going to work the way we hope it will, because we've got many places where we need to put the hammer at. And the only way to do it well is to use all the springs. And you don't want to stand in the way of the hammers, because if you're standing on that hammer pad when it comes around, it will hit you and kill you. Alright, Wepen is so loud you can hear him on the stream and through your windows. True facts. True facts. I am known for being exceptionally loud, and my wife will absolutely confirm that, as well as my coworkers. Loud confirmed. Not that you needed, whoop. So the Spinies follow a fixed path. As long as there's a wall for them to climb on, they will continue to roll that way. We're going to block those off as we unlock them, because we don't want to have to deal with them when they come through. And you want to do them in this order, because if you do it the other order, you're probably going to get yourself killed. Beautiful. There's your pineapple. We saved the pineapples. Last level of the Fruit Land. Alright, and this is probably the longest level of the game because it's the most annoying. But it's the longest for as far as how many blocks you have to put on the screen. So we're just gonna stand here and spit ice cold lyrics. Got nothing on me, Vanilla Ice. Nothing on me. When I literally spit ice, you got nothing. And it is very easy to get killed on this stage, even after doing all of this. So I'm going to try to be as careful as I can and not die from something stupid. So I'm going to wait an extra round there for that. And you are absolutely going the wrong way, you jerk. Alright. Right direction. There we go. It is very easy to get killed on this. Alright, thank you for going that way. Get a free block, boom, 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 and we're done. Freed the apples. So again, you want to take a guess at the boss, put your guesses in chat now. Thank you, Kickle. Now the sunken palace is reappearing. Is the princess still safe and sound? Well, if she's been under there for a while, she might not be. Please, Kickle, beat the hateful monster. Such vindictive food pieces here. Alright, a little bit of flashy here. If you got problems with epilepsy or photosensitivity, you might want to look away. A little bit. This one's not too bad. And under the water, we have this lovely tree and all of the stuff that hasn't been drowned completely. But look at those bubbles. Look at those bubbles. Such glorious. Princess Pulp. Well, the princess of the first world was Princess Pumpa, or Princess Pumpkin, to go along with the tree. So the boss here is a clown, Pyro. Good job to come up here, but you have to give up now. So, unlike the first boss, which throws an ice block, this one throws the bouncy balls of doom, and it will continue to bounce until it hits a wall. And we have to try to get him in a place where we can actually use these balls that break apart. Right there, please. Thank you. Each boss does a slightly different method for. We can use this. Oh my goodness! I should have been dead. That actually should have killed me, but I'll take it. I am not going to complain about that. Alright. This is a very slow boss. I apologize. Don't die, don't die, don't die. Fall! Got him? Got him. Alright. Very, very slow boss, but we got him. And we now have Princess... Apple? No. Princess Lutea. Or Lutea. By the way, Lutea in, I believe, Latin means useless. Just thought you should know. The palace is recovered. You are great. Go save the other princesses. Got it. Moving on. Fun fact. On to Cake Land. We love our cake. We love our sugar. Let's go. And it's a fork. Or a trident. Or spear. Or fork. It's just a fork. So this level looks extraordinarily complicated. It absolutely isn't. You just keep pushing these guys until you get through. And we have saved the pudding. Yeah, seriously, look up Lutea. It comes up with like useless or good for nothing or something like that. L-E-U-T-A, L-U-T-E-A, something like that. I think there's probably supposed to be something related to apples, if I had to guess, but I imagine it was supposed to be something related to apples, but of course, since I'm taking it as literal as possible. Oh, did you see what he just did? One of the things the Spinies and other creatures can do is that they can push the magic bags around. That is the first time I've had the magic bag pushed from there over to the side, making that a lot longer hike. Oh, we saved the donuts, by the way. Making the donuts. Love me some donuts. You got like some donuts? I like some donuts. And we're introduced to yet another enemy. These are the shield guards. These guys will reflect your ice shots back at you. Unless you hit them from the back or the sides. Alright, we are in a little bit of a pickle there. Alright, we're good. Boom. Lollipop, lollipop, oh, lolly, 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 lollipop. Boom, boom, boom. Moving on. Okay. So here we're reintroduced to that lovely cannon that we saw earlier. We're gonna freeze you there. We're going to, why am I forgetting how to do this suddenly? We're doing it live. That's why we're forgetting how to do it. That's fine. Alright. And you want to finish this as quickly as possible, because if you look at the top right, you'll see there is a block that was melting. And if you don't get that before you get up there, you have to prepare another orb fella to fill that slot. But if you do it quick enough, you don't have to. Cool. Then we got more springs. We got a lot more of these little frosty guys here. So we're just going to mush some of them. We're going to put that up there. We're going to knock you guys out. Put you guys down there. Push you guys up there. Put that up there. And this is the one-up that we could get. Yeah. When was the last time I heard someone make reference to Lollipop? Probably been a while. We've saved Candy. Oh, Candy's gonna talk to us. Our plan is to steal the new crystal ball by witchcraft. Wizardcraft, technically. Yet we are not afraid. You can rescue us for sure. I trust you. Bad judge of character. Alright, onward. And we are introduced to our last character, or second to last character, the Turtles. These guys are a major pain in the backside because they'll start spinning, and if you don't freeze them before they spin and start moving, then they will run you over. And they're very hard to deal with in a few cases. Any percent is just finishing the 4 worlds. 100% would be doing the secret levels. And it would be a solid difference of time for sure. I've not time doing the other secret levels because they're a pain in the backside. And frankly, I haven't learned them. So we gotta wait for the shield guy. And that's what he does if you shoot him with a Frosty Baguettes! Or eclairs. But I know the world record for any percent for the 4 castles is something of like 45, 46 minutes. My best is not nearly as close, unfortunately, but that is what the record currently is. The record utilizes much more incredible speed tech than I do. I just play because I enjoy the game and I play it fairly quickly, so that's why I offered it. Alright, so, again, follow the hammer, follow the magical hammer. By the way, the turtle can run over your block and break it, so we want to make sure he doesn't do that. And we got another turtle, and he's dead. And there you go. This is probably one of the more challenging early, levels to complete simply because of the hammer. You have to know what the path is, and you have to know the particular direction to point that hammer. But again, just remembering whatever direction the hammer points is where it's going to fling blocks. So it's not too hard to figure out past that. Alright, we're going to take care of a few of these guys. Oh no, we did a thing. Oh, what was that thing? Well, that thing was you can't throw a ice block into the side where the pointy's at. Oop. And if you do, it just breaks. Alright, so we need another block. There we go, we got another block. We're going to use the bouncy. Hopefully grab this before that spiny comes back. Alright, let him go. We don't have to worry about him. Good. Waffles! By the way, tune in every Friday for Waffle Fridays here at RGL TV, home of Retro Gaming Live Television, and the home of the Waffle Randomizer Waffle Fridays. Alright, so we got 2 directions to point here. We want that way. And we want that way. That's it. Bam! Get dunked on, Tanuki. Easy. Home of the waffles. Waffle variety. Dog's like, I want waffles. My puppy's staring at me. He's like, I want waffles. I do too. That would be phenomenal. Alright, here's where we do the real speed run. Alright, you ready for the speed? There's 2 good speed levels. This is one of them. Let's go. We got this. Oh no! Oh! First death. We misstepped that last block by half a second. Aw, first death. This is almost deathless. Oh, I could have run. We're gonna take this last one. And you have to do this quickly, otherwise that ice block at the end will unfreeze and it will end you. But yeah, you rip the deathless, unfortunately. Hopefully we don't lose all of our lives and have to do a continue. Again, there is unlimited continue, so if you lose all of your lives, it's definitely not the end of the world. It's like Lolo in that regard, so you can just keep going. Alright, we got the hammer. Bye. Sorry about your face. Alright, let me grab this bag. Freeze you. Break you. Freeze you. And I didn't move the hammer on the other side, so I have to deal with this guy now. Bye. Alright. Actually, I don't even need to hit that. I can just do this. You just really don't like me doing this right now, are you? Do you, pup? You're just sitting there. Anyways. 4 more levels and we get the boss of this world. Again, take your guesses on what the boss is going to be. We got bombs. We got lots of bombs here. Go quickly. Go quickly. Go quickly. Okay. Burgers! Yes, the burgers are in Cake Land. Don't let Toad know. Don't let Toad know the burgers here in Cake Land. So we've seen the chicken boss. We've seen... Excuse me. We've seen the clown boss. And we've got 2 more bosses left. I'll let you know the secret. There's only 2 more bosses left. Spoilers! Rip. Alright, get through this really quick. Rip. There you go. Burger's just a multi-layered cake. Sure. Multi-layered cake with meat. Delicious, delicious meats. 2 more levels and a boss of Cake Land. We are on phenomenal pace, by the way, for my times. This is, if nothing, knock on wood, if nothing goes too horribly wrong, this will definitely be a personal best for me. See? Practice does help. No! I had to say it. I had to freaking say it. I did. I had to freaking say it. Like, practice does help. Dies immediately. Somebody clip that. Somebody please clip that. Ice cream! Even if we game over, we're still doing very, very well right now. Alright, last level. We got the hammer again. We got some springs, we got some hammers, we got some turtles. Let's go ahead and hit this guy here really quick. We're going to pop that, let the hammer do its work. We're not going to deal with that guy. And we need you to do your work. And you to do yours. And we have the cake. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have issues with epilepsy, this is definitely your time to look away, for this is the worst epileptic issue, flashy screen you could possibly have in a video game, coming up in a matter of about 5 seconds. I've been waiting long for this moment. Now the seal will break on the crystal ball. A turtle monster is said to be in the palace. There's your guess, if you have to guess turtle. Very seizure warning, I'm not kidding. It's said to be very tough. Be on your guard. Again, please look away if you have any problems with flashing lights whatsoever. I have it on 3 screens, so I have it even better. And it does last for about 20 seconds. I'll let you know when it's done. Oh, it messes with me even, and I don't normally have problems with it. Okay, the major flashing is done. You can look back. You can look back now. You should be fine. Alright, time to kill a turtle. I will now punish you. Yeah, the turtle is probably the hardest boss, to be honest. Alright. And you have put yourself in, like, the most prime position for me to murder you. And you broke everything! You suck! Alright. Got him. Whew! Thanks for the clip. Appreciate it. Alright, we saved Princess Pumpa. We saved Princess Lutea. And now we have saved Princess Buttercup. No, Princess Crema. So there you go. Go save the last princess and the kingdom. Last world is Toyland. They couldn't call it Christmas Land because there wasn't enough space for Christmas Land. And I knew it was a grenade earlier because there's a gun. And now, the worst level in the game. Here we go. Speed strats, let's go. First try, let's go. I'm dead. Woo! Got it! Nailed it! Nailed it. That level is by far the most BS level in the entire game. Because those things are just unbelievably annoying. I'm dead! I'm dead! I live! And our last enemy, the snowmen. They are basically you in a nutshell. And the first level you see them, they're pretty easy to deal with. Oh, I had to speak too soon. There we go. And the Christmas trees have been saved. So these are also snowmen. They can freeze you, and they can run up, and they can kill you. So they basically have the same ability you do, except they can't make the walls. But there you go. And given that that was our last enemy, I'm going to give you about 3 guesses of what remaining enemy that the final boss could possibly be. And these spikes are annoying, but we can just kind of walk through them there. That's fine. You must face your greatest nemesis yourself. You're not wrong. Those guys are nasty, but yeah, you're not wrong. Alright, let's go break this gun down. Hope you liked turrets. We got more turrets. Then we're going to use these guys to block off the turrets. One at a time. Don't forget the block there. 1, 2, 3. Again, don't forget the block. Bloop, 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 bloop. Grab the bags. And we have saved the toy soldiers. The final boss is a dentist. Could be right. Could be right. He might have been a dentist in another life. Could be right. Literal cubicle. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta go back to work. Alright, more spinies. But again, remember they follow a specific path. And knowing what that path is will save you from certain doom. Which is certain. Send help. SOS, send help. Favorite ship. I'm gonna stand right here. Perfectly safe, I assure you. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna put that right there, and I'm gonna put that right there. That might not have been the most ideal. Okay, we're good. We've saved the Santa hats. Yes, Santa can now deliver his. By the way, it is Toyland. I just want to point that out, but it is very much Christmas themed. And again, I believe the only reason why it's not literally Christmas Land is because they didn't have the characters to do it. That is the only reason. Alright, this is one of the more difficult levels of the earlier stages by far because you have to bounce these guys around. And they can be troublesome. Let me go ahead and deal with you real quick. Oh, no! Okay, there's another death. That's fine. I'm going to do it from either way. There's 2 ways to do that. You can actually bounce it behind you, or you can bounce it in front of you. Either way, it's very troublesome. So I screwed that one up. That's fine. We're fine. How are you? Alright. Now let's collect this one this time, because I made the mistake once of, quite literally, leaving that bag after opening the path, and I was very unhappy with myself because of that. Actually, I said I was going to go this way. Let's go this way. Okay. Okay. Right. Like I said, this was probably one of the hardest levels in the game, and mainly because of the bouncing mechanic there, but if you're quick on the walling, you should be fine. Kickle Cubicle's boss wants to know if he's reading his TPS reports. Lol. Our palace is said to have been hidden in a faraway world. If only I were young, I could fight together with you. Kickle, my boy, be careful. Good luck. Beep, beep, beep. All right, we got about, what, 10 more levels? All right, so in this level, we have a Tanuki, and we have one of those slime guys. Now, we know what to do with the slime guy. Alright. Oh, hey, hey, hey! Stop. I need you right here, please. Oh my goodness. I am failing this. Something miserable. That's fine. Alright, we got the bags open there. Boom! Yes, it is a toy gun. It is a toy gun. Don't worry about it. We're breaking it down. We're tearing down the paraphernalia. We're getting rid of it. One piece at a time. So yes, Toyland was changed into a frozen gun. Figure that one out. Alright, we're going to put that block right there. We're going to freeze this guy and crush him. And then we're going to kill him. And we're going to kill him. We're going to put a block there. Flip. And we're going to wait for this Spidey because he'll run us over because we were too quick. There we go. More one-up-tower cars. Alright, 9 more levels to go. Countdown begins. So this is probably the second, or I would say at least third hardest level in the game because, again, you're dealing with racing the springs. And one of these features the ice guys, whom you can't freeze, who, if you're not careful, will actually charge you if you run into their line of sight. Alright, so we're going to do this. And we did it on the wrong side. There we go. Again, these guys are tough. Oh, I missed the cue. There we go. Better.
They saved the pandas!
Alright, we're getting there. No game over, no game over, no game over. Let's do this. Did you just find food in the blanket, or did you just throw a rock? Oh, you found a pretzel. Okay. Alright, this one's not difficult. Once you know the solution, you just have to know is 1, 2, and 3. Also, those Spinies can be nice guys sometimes, and they'll push those bags up there for you. Thank you. Spinies are real bros sometimes. And other times they just waste like a whole 5 seconds. Getting there, getting there, getting there. This one's a fun level. This one you get to use a bajillion springs and a couple P-blocks. Haboosh! Alright. We need to rush the center. Haboosh! I was on the wrong side of that.
More Santa hats! Christmas Land is being saved!
Actually, Christmas Land is being destroyed because isn't it supposed to be frozen? All icy? Whatever. Details.
We're destroying the Wizard King's curse!
One island at a time. Here's one of 2 levels. We get to race the Spinies again. Race the Spinies, race the Spinies. We are racing them good. Actually, just dodging them at this point. Another one-up. Unavoidable one-up, I'll add. So that is 2 one-ups in the game that we collected. 1 is required. Generic holiday headwear. There you go. Perfect. That was eggplants again. But eggplants with faces. Or dice bags. I really can't tell. Alright, so here's those snow bros we got again. This is where they're going to be a major pain in the backside. Alright. Alright, so we're going to use the springs to our advantage, hopefully, to get these guys run over a few times. Alright. Oh, I knew you weren't. I knew it, I knew it, I knew it, I knew it. Get out of my way. Can't unsee that well on the left map. Try icicle sticking out of it. It's a water spout. It's not an icicle. Oh crap, it is an icicle. Holy crap. I never noticed that. Alright, here we get to race the Spiny. Thankfully the Spiny isn't super fast. You can eventually catch up to the Spiny, so you actually have to be careful you don't go too quick. But what we want to do is try to freeze these these blue guys here in a place where our chickens are going to kick them where we can use them. Which is good. That's great right there, please. That's fine, whatever. You don't want to get too far behind the spiny, though, because that's bad news bears. And our chickens are being distracted by everything else, so okay, we're good. You've got to be really careful once you're inside, and we're good. That's a narwhal. It might be. We'll take another look. Why? He's just so dedicated to staring at me right now. Why, puppy? I don't get it. I don't understand. So here's another hammer puzzle. Hope you're ready for that. With bombs. Added bombs. I'm going to put that right there. I'm going to put that right there. Put that right there. This is one of the more challenging puzzles, I will say. And we got it. Oop. And blue. Alright, so we are coming up at the very tail end of this game per as far as not doing the special levels. I hope you've enjoyed this. We've got 2 levels and a boss. We are about ready to finish this up and move on to our next streamer. But again, I appreciate you guys joining us for RETROTHON very much. If it hasn't been said already, y'all are awesome. Continue to stay tuned. We're not done until the crow sings, or the fat lady sings, or Sunday, or whenever. It's gonna be, we're not done. The rest of the week, stay with us. Anyways, one more level. Yeah, the next level is extremely fun, but actually has a pretty simple solution, despite as complicated as it looks. Yes, it looks super complicated, but it really isn't. Alright, so, up that. Up that. Okay, and we're done. Almost.
I'm not sure he's decided whether or not he likes the pencil.
Do. There you go. And that's it. That's the last level. Now we get to fight the boss and call it a day. But first, a message from our LEGO friends. The palace was sealed into the world of the Wizard Kings. Now a magic rain is falling. The gate to the magic world is going to open. Please, Kickle, beat the Wizard King and get back the palace. Sure will, LEGO dude. Appreciate it. So, I'll give you a couple guesses of the final boss. I gave you a couple good hints earlier. They just give you good hints. Rainbows! Shatter that ugly face in the ground. Dee-dee! And music. And whoopers! And now into the sinkhole. And vanilla ice, there you go. You're not actually off that far, my friend. You are actually very close. We're gonna go beat vanilla ice. That's right. How do we beat vanilla ice? Yeah, you guessed it. More ice. And low record sales. Either way, actually, I think he did that himself. We have the Wizard King, complete with a bucket on his head. That's right. He's wearing protective gear. How dare you come up here? How can you defeat me? Well, ironically, this is probably the easiest boss in the game. I'm just gonna stand over here. Oh, a little further. Whoop, nope. Oh, and I died on the boss. I had to say that. Again, he is the easiest boss in the game. The biggest key is making sure you freeze those orbs before they get loose. If you don't, you're in trouble. Again, let's do that again with a little more impressive freezing, please. Oh, nope, I'm not having you do that. You're a punk. I can't get you there. I can't hit him there. Oh my goodness. He's doing this. He's actually doing this. This is unbelievable. See, normally he doesn't jump immediately, but he's been doing that, so I can't actually hit him. Thank you. Yeah. So, about what I said about him being the easiest boss in the game. Technically speaking, he is, because he's fairly predictable, but he normally doesn't jump immediately, so... that's fine. And final hit coming up will be when he explodes. Yep, and GG. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Kickle Cubicle and the defeat of the... Whoa, no! What's happening to Kickle? Well, that was the defeat of the Wizard King, but what about Kickle? He gets chucked out like a bad Christmas toy. Kickle, my precious Kickle, don't die. Please, open your eyes. Oh, by the way, there's another princess. The first time Kickle talks. Where am I? Princess Mira. You came around. I am the youngest daughter of King Toys. Princess Mira. Is King Toys safe and sound? The Wizard King is dead, isn't he? Thank goodness, you're all right. She didn't answer the question. Come on, they're all waiting for you. By the way, again, she did not answer the question, is if he was dead or not. Just pointing that out. So as Kickle walks to his final victory here to the end and meets King Toys, again, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you very much for joining me for this Kickle Cubicle run. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you stick with us here for the rest of the week for more Retrothon awesomeness. While Kickle here gets introduced to the king and eventually is told that you get to marry Princess Mira, I'm going to pass it back to our lovely hosts, and we're going to take you off into yet another game. Next coming up is Dash Galaxy and Alien Asylum. Don't go away.